Some years I have. This year I didn't really feel that way. I started off my match yesterday very well. It's just more, rather than being rusty, it's just getting the intensity back. When you're playing in practice, it's hard to replicate the match situations, and you don't have those nerves at break point or 30 all points or the end of sets. You don't have that in practice, and they're the things that take a while just to get back into the rhythm of playing them. But rusty wouldn't be the word I would use to describe it normally, because I play loads and loads of sets and in Miami to build up for it, and rusty isn't one of the ways I've been feeling this week.
It probably hurts quite a bit when you start playing match conditions again.
Yeah, especially yesterday. It's just different, and obviously coming over here for a lot of the players, it's a long trip to get over to, and that takes more than just 2-3 days. It takes a week, 10 days before you're feeling absolutely perfect after that. But start of the new year, you always have a few aches and pains playing the matches, but they go away relatively quickly.
You played Nishikori in Melbourne?
Yeah, I played him last year in Melbourne, and I think I also played him in Shanghai a couple of years ago. Practiced with him quite a bit as well. He was very tired going into the match in Melbourne. He'd had 2 or 3 5-setters in a row and was struggling a bit physically that day, but he's playing really well. He obviously won the tournament in Tokyo at the end of last year, and probably gained some confidence from that. That was his biggest win to date, and he's obviously played some good tennis this week.
And you had that semi you played against Novak in Melbourne last year.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the whole year, it was like one big picture. How important was that as maybe a tipping point for the whole year, for your faith and a bit of confidence?
Yeah, it was important. I mean, the matches that are hardest to get over are the ones where you go out and you don't play well and you don't really feel like you've done yourself justice. That's when it takes. It's taken me a solid amount of time to get over that. Like when I lost him in the final at the Aussie Open, I didn't feel like I played particularly well, and I struggled for a few months after that from motivation, and I was very disappointed. Last year it wasn't the case. I played finals in Miami and final in Dubai as well, and had some good wins against. I beat Novak in Dubai, so I played well after that, and it was a good start to the year for me, because I played not just in that match, but I played well here and in the 4 or 5 matches before I played Novak in Melbourne.
Andy, there was a lot of grumbling before the Australian Open last year about the prize money and how it's allocated. Do you think the increase at the Open this year is going to make life a bit more comfortable for the players ranked outside the top 20?
Yeah, I think the problem was that when they started changing, when I first came on the tour, it just basically worked, where the first round losers would say get $10, then second round 20, third round 40, and it just doubled every single round, and that seemed to work well, and no one was complaining about how the prize money was allocated. They were just saying they would like more prize money, and then when more prize money came in, but it went at the top end, then majority of the players were unhappy with that. So I think it's better for the tour as a whole if it's balanced up a bit better.
Do you think it will encourage more people to stay in the tour for longer?
I'm not sure. I think, to be honest, the issues with tennis go a lot deeper than the ATP Tour. The Challenger Tour prize money hasn't changed in years. Futures tournaments, I don't think their prize money hasn't changed for the last 20 to 30 years, and that's what's stopping guys playing tennis early, rather than the guys that are on the main tour stopping early. It's the guys that are playing futures events and challengers where the prize money is, the $10,000 futures. That's been the same for I think it's over 25 years. So the problem's not so much with the main tour; it's the smaller events.
But the collective power of the players from the top down must be helping a little bit with that.
Well, clearly not, because the prize money's stayed the same. I don't know if there's any plans for that to change in the future. But on the main tour, yeah, which is something that I think obviously the players that are playing those events can control a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely improved over the last couple of years, which definitely helps.
And do you expect a realistic breakthrough from any of the younger players this year, like Nishikori, Raonic, or Tomic? I know there's a lot of talk about it year to year, but none of them have really made the big push like you and Ralph and Roger and Novak did it more or less the same age as your younger ages.
I think there'll definitely come a moment where someone's going to break through. I don't know whether it'll be at the Aussie Open or whether it'll be this year. I mean, no one knows, but there's going to come a time where those guys improve, and they have a lot of them have huge games, and there is variety in the way that some of them play. I mean, Tomic, I really like the way he plays. For me, I enjoy watching him the most because he plays with a lot of variety. And then you have guys like Raonic who are massive servers and can overpower guys. So, there's an opportunity for players to break through, and with Rafa not playing as well, that probably enhances that opportunity. But we'll have to wait and see. You never know.
I heard that Jez lost a Versa Climber contest to Lindell.
Yes,
right?
yeah, he did. Yeah.
That's pretty. You want to describe? That's pretty amazing, given Lindell's age.
Yeah, so there's probably, I think, 11-year age difference, and yeah, they made the bet at the US Open, and yeah, so I guess both of them trained for pretty much 3 months, and then they did it. I think on the 10th of December they did it, and yeah, you guys will hear about in Australia. Put it that way. One of them's lost the bet, so.
But they did a half hour on the Versa Climber. And
yeah, it kind of changed, but yeah, they did 10 minutes on that. So Jez started 10 minutes, then Ivan did 10 minutes, Jez did 10 minutes. So they did that 3 times, and yeah, it was basically who went higher. Yeah, and Ivan won fairly comfortably.
He's still pretty competitive, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I think he doesn't want to take on challenges that he doesn't know he's going to win. But yeah, that was a good one, and yeah, I mean for his age, he's still in very good shape.
And there was some quite a while back from you about trying to tone down the language on the court.
Yeah.
Maybe. Is that going to plan, or how's that?
I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, a lot of the times, I get asked sometimes after matches, or can get picked up on the microphone or whatever, and no one's mentioned anything to me yet. But the mics at the Aussie Open are all round the court, so I'll see there.
You won a major, do you feel like more of a role model kind of thing? Is it
No, where it came from was I got asked a question. I was doing an interview I was doing it over the phone, and I got asked about swearing on the court, and I said, obviously I don't mean to do it, I don't want to do it, but sometimes you get frustrated and you do. I obviously will try to stop, but I didn't make any promises or guarantees that I was going to, but then it came out that I've said this year I will stop swearing. But what I also said was, that a lot of players swear on the court, and a lot of people say a lot worse things than I say on the court in other languages, but it doesn't get picked up on the same. So yeah, where I would obviously love to stop doing it, and I try not to. I can't guarantee it.